This is an emergency broadcast from the National Behavior Observation Division. If your cat has recently begun bringing dead animals into your home lock, your doors. This is an instinct, it is an affection, and these are not ordinary animals. Across several states, bloodied remains have been linked to a disturbing rise in sleep disturbances, unexplained markings, and verified sightings of a tall, winged figure lurking near residential neighborhoods. The carcasses your cat delivers might be the only thing keeping this presence at bay. If you've already thrown them out or destroyed them, stay away from your windows. Do not sleep. Lock your door. Further instructions will follow. For years, people have believed that when a cat drops a dead bird or mouse at your feet, it's just a gift. Some say it's instinct. Others call it affection. That's what the books say. But books don't hear what your cat hears at 2:13 in the morning. They don't see what it sees when it silently stares out the window, unmoving, for hours. What if your cat isn't hunting? What if it's offering something? What if it knows that something is waiting just outside your home and that the bloody thing it brought in is the only barrier between you and it? What happens when you take that barrier away? The first known incident was reported in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Cassandra Hale, a 34-year-old woman living alone, began noticing her cat, Fig, bringing in strange prey birds with jet black feathers, shattered legs, and beaks sealed shut with a resin-like substance. These eerie deliveries came every other day and were always left near her front door. Uneasy but skeptical, Cassandra dismissed them as disturbing trophies of the hunt. That is, until one night when she tossed the latest carcass into the woods behind her house. That same night, she awoke to the slow, deliberate brush of wings against her bedroom window. Fig let out a screamer, noise no cat should ever make, and hid under the bed, refusing to come out. From then on, Cassandra was plagued by nightmares. Night after night, she dreamt of a gaunt, towering figure with cracked wings, watching her from above. She began waking with strange scratches on her arms and a bitter metallic taste in her mouth. Fig grew more aggressive, hissing at unseen shapes, clawing at her face when she tried to remove more carcasses. Still, Cassandra didn't listen. Her mental state unraveled quickly. She heard whispers echoing from empty rooms and saw dark silhouettes moving just beyond the edge of her vision. On the 23rd night, the Huntress came. At exactly 3:12 a.m., her screams suddenly stopped. Neighbors, alarmed by days of silence, called the authorities. When police arrived, they found Cassandra collapsed and unresponsive, her body covered in deep claw marks. Her face appeared stained black, as though something had drained the life directly from her skin. She remains in a coma, wide open, yet unseen. Fig, the cat, has not left her bedside. It sits silently, watchful. The Huntress had claimed her. Cats don't bring gifts, they bring warnings. But if those warnings are ignored, the Huntress comes for the owner. The second case emerged in Ashland, Oregon, involving Mark Lent, a 62-year-old retired mechanic. One morning, he found a dead squirrel on his front doorstep. At first, it seemed ordinary until he noticed how the blood had soaked into the wood, forming strange, crimson patterns. As Mark leaned in to inspect them, as Mark stepped closer, he realized the blood had formed a single word: stay. Unnerved, he scrubbed it away, hoping that removing the warning would put an end to whatever strange game his cat was playing. That night, at exactly 3 a.m., Mark dreamed of a tall, gaunt woman with fractured feathers growing from her arms. Her long, razor-sharp claws dragged across his bedroom ceiling, the screeching echo cutting through the darkness like glass. He woke in a cold sweat, heart pounding. The bedroom door was locked, but when he reached for the doorknob, it was smeared in black soot. 3 deep claw marks were gouged into the metal, as if something had been trying desperately to get in. The nights that followed grew worse. Whispers drifted through the house from unseen corners. Mark's once docile cat began growling at nothing, fixated on empty spaces. It refused to enter his bedroom. By the end of the week, Mark could barely hold a cup of coffee, his hands trembled constantly, his vision distorted. He spoke of seeing the silhouette of the woman standing silently outside his window, eyes glowing with hollow, burning light. The warnings had gone unheeded. The Huntress no longer waited. Mark Lent's fate remains unknown. His home now stands vacant, its doors scarred with claw marks and stained with soot. His cat still waits outside silent, alert, and unblinking guarding against what may return. This entity is known only as the Huntress, silent, bird-like predator that perches in the shadows of rooftops and tree limbs, watching the world below. Her face is bone-sharp, hollow, and cracked like a skull stretched beneath thin, translucent skin. Her wings are impossibly long, folding and unfolding with unnatural fluidity. And though she moves like a bird, her limbs end not in talons, but in long, gnarled human hand, twisted and clawed. The Huntress does not speak. She sends her messages through dreams, vivid, suffocating visions that fester in the back of your mind like venom. She does not crave flesh. She hungers for souls. But she cannot enter your hominot unless the signal is broken. That signal is the dead offering your cat brings to your door. The blood on the body carries more than scent, it carries warning. The animal itself becomes a ward, a shield between you and her. But if you remove it, burn it, bury it, throw it away, you have erased the only thing keeping her out. From that moment on, she waits. She watches. She haunts your sleep, prying open your mind until you let her in. She never forces entry. She waits until you break. And then she claims you. If your cat begins bringing home dead animals, do not panic. Do not clean them. Do not discard them. Leave the body exactly where your cat placed it. Let the blood run where it will. If you notice strange patterns forming in the blood, do not touch them. Do not mop. Do not scrub. Let it be. If your cat howls through the night and refuses to let you rest, stay awake, if you see something outside the window, close the blinds, but do not look away too quickly. If your cat claws at you after you've touched one of the offerings, sits not attacking you. It's marking you for protection. Above all else, lock the doors. If your cat has started bringing you dead animals, the Huntress has already found your home.